Welcome to the lab. Today we're going to be learning a new system of music. We're going to start with the efficiency of a circle. Circles, there's my pen. Circles, whenever added to any formal system, always make things incredibly efficient. So, some examples. We're going to start off with the first visualization of the ideal circle, or something like that. So we have this caveman here, early human. I'm going to say early human because caveman is, well, it's wrong. It's racist. So this caveman has this uncarryable object. And this it's still below the ground. But either way, this caveman wants to move this uncarryable object, but he comes across many problems, and he might not know why at first. So we're going to see that because of the shape of this particular object, you're going to come across some problems. You might not know exactly what the problems are, but he's going to know that they are problems. So first the problem is the weight, which we would know as the force of gravity on this particular object. So that's the first thing he sees. Well, maybe it's too heavy, maybe it's just too heavy, that's it. So maybe he'll go on to another, sort of uncarryable object, and it's a little bit better. It's about the same for weight, and he tries to push it, but then there's these other things that happen. It moves a little bit, but there's a force that's opposing. Now remember, it's a caveman. He has no idea what any of these things are. So he just knows that they happen.
You said caveman again.
Early human. That needs to be changed. Sorry, it's my father. No.
That's the way I was raised.
That's the way I was raised. That was it's probably of my whatever. So,
continuing on.
So continuing on. You have the gravity. You have the friction opposing the thing. He doesn't know it's friction. And then you might have this. This is the buildup. As you push it, this corner, because it's a corner, is going to dig into the ground and start pushing up all the dirt and grass and stuff to get in the way. So he'll push maybe a couple more unmovable objects. When we want to look like this, pretty good balance for a rock, but look like this, and he might not start to notice something. He might, if he's a natural philosopher, he'll look at all the things he tried to move and say, well, this one's easier to move than this one. I wonder why. Like, what's the point? And he'll come up with an ideal situation for what he's looking for. So if this natural philosopher, early human caveman thing is a genius, apparently, of his time.
Trying to push a boulder.
Yeah, he's a genius. He's a genius. He's an early human genius.
It's all about perspective.
So we're going to go over here instead, because there's no glare over here, right?
I kind of fixed it. But
you fixed it? All right, I'm doing it. Okay. It's more comfortable. All right, so we have here the ideal situation for boulder pushing. And we have the non-ideal, or the problematic.
Yeah, the whole fixing thing I didn't really.
Well, it's going to fix it in a second. Ready?
Okay. Ta-da!
Ta-da, and you can see again. Now, like, you read it, but you can see it. So we have the problematic situation, which is going to look like this. This is where the most problems would come in when boulder pushing. So, caveman, early human, damn it, exerts a force. And you have the weight, you have the friction opposing, and you have the buildup happening. But the ideal situation, he might visualize, even though very rarely in nature do we come across it, he'll visualize a perfect circle. Wow, this is a much bigger object than the other one. But it still is easier to move. You still have the giant weight, and this is, a bigger weight than that one. So this early human exerts a force, and suddenly the friction is negligible. It's almost non-existent. There's no buildup because there's no corners to dig into the weight, and all there is the weight. You might notice that even though this is much bigger, it is more efficient to move this than it is to move that. And that is the first indication of circles being efficient in systems. There's other examples of this, of course, throughout time. You got gyroscopes, which have anomalous behavior. not because it's based on a circle, but it is based on a circle. You have coils, copper coils, they act a certain way. Pipes are circular. We have something like a record, which is circular in form, but the music is read in spirals, which is very important, the spiral thing. And other things, Steinmetz. Charles Proteus Steinmetz is a, what the fuck was he? He was a mathematician that figured out AC, not figured out, but he analyzed, was one of the first ones to analyze the AC current, the AC wave mathematically. And the way he did that was drawing literally just a circle, dividing it into 4, and assigning each of those 4 quadrants an effect of electricity. So I'm going to be using this efficient shape to better analyze, maybe not better analyze, I won't say that, to bring in a new system to read music and visualize music so we can see things that weren't there before. And I think that's efficiency of a circle. I think that's about it.
And just turn around and give us a thumbs up.